My name is Shannon. I am a certified yoga instructor. Today, we are going to loosen up the upper back, creating more space and blood flow, and also helping to reduce the rounding forward of shoulders. And we're going to use our special friends, yoga tune-up balls. You can get these on Amazon, or you can use tennis balls or even lacrosse balls. Now, the yoga tune-up balls will come in a little tote bag, which can be helpful to help the balls from sliding around all over the place. If you don't have a tote bag, you can also stick them in a sock. So when you're ready, grab your props, and I'm going to take you through some awesome tools for self-massage. The best part is this massage is free. So today we're going to get started using the wall. And any of the exercises that we do today, you can use the wall instead of coming to the ground. The wall is a really good starting point because you can actually control how much weight is being pressed into the ball. And we're going to start just using one ball, but make sure you have two for today. You can place your other one off to the side for now. We're going to start massaging a deep tissue massage for the traps, the upper muscles of the back. And you'll take your ball and place it between your trap muscle and the wall. You'll keep a slight bend in your knees here. And then you'll just start to roll side to side. Good. And the more you lean against the wall, the more pressure you're going to experience here. Deep breathing is strongly encouraged. So a lot of times if we sit at a desk looking at a computer screen, or we're on our phones for long periods of time, we're kind of slouching forward, and our head is actually heavier, and our neck and our shoulders have to support more weight. So this really helps to undo that tension of the traps. Okay, now switch sides. So take your ball, place it on the trap of the other shoulder, and then just gently slide forward and back. Good. Breathing here, noticing if one side is a little tighter or more tense. Already I can start to feel my shoulders start to relax. You may need to reposition the ball from time to time. It's kind of this fun game we play where the ball is going to want to roll a little bit. So totally feel free to reposition as needed to make sure that you're really getting into that trap muscle. Good. Just gently swaying side to side. Awesome. Now we are going to trace the ball around the scapula, the shoulder bone. And this is going to help to increase the blood flow and the range of motion for the shoulder. So it's kind of making a triangle running the outside of the bone. So just kind of tracing the shoulder. Again, reposition your ball as many times as you need to. Kind of going in like a circle, triangle type shape. It may look a little awkward, but it feels really good. Nice. This really helps to break up that static tissue or the knots that start to form. Again, repositioning your ball as many times as you need. Mine's kind of rolling away from me right now. Whoop. Sometimes it even drops on the floor. Getting back into it, breathing deep. Good, even going the opposite direction. And then switching sides. So placing the ball just above the scapula, and then starting to trace that line right along the scapula. Again, repositioning the ball just to help you get in there. Sometimes I kind of feel like a cat rubbing up against something. And you may even start to feel more space along the shoulder with each motion. Now switch directions. Again, always repositioning the ball. Slow and steady kind of wins the race here. This can get pretty intense too, so you can play around with the amount of pressure. Good. And then come on away from the wall. Grab a hold of your tote bag and your other ball. We're going to lay down on the mat. And we're going to go back to the traps. So take both of your balls out of the tote bag. You can place your tote bag off to the side. Bend the knees. And then place the balls right underneath the trap muscles. And then we're just going to take a little yoga bridge. So this will increase the amount of pressure that is resting on the balls. So if you need to go back to the wall instead, absolutely feel free. When you feel ready, lift your hips up and then lower the hips back down. Oh yeah. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So something I love about the yoga tune-up balls is they are kind of made with a grippiness that also sort of sticks into the skin and kind of releases that area as well. The cheapest massage you'll probably ever get. Good. One more. And then releasing and just going side to side, swaying. And breathing. Good. Now gently lifting up and put your balls back into the toes. So for this one, the balls are gonna kind of be close together so that they can kind of fit right in between the shoulder blades. You're gonna use balls with the toes and you're gonna lay back down. And the balls are gonna be about 2 to 3 inches from the tops of the shoulders, right in between the shoulder blades. Good. Now you'll lay your head back down on the mat, and then we're just going to lift and lower the arms. Definitely getting pretty deep into the shoulders here. Breathing. Feel the tension just kind of melt away. Every once in a while, you may even feel a little release at the vertebrae, a little popping sound. So, like you're giving yourself a little chiropractic adjustment. Think about breathing and expanding through the ribs, through the backs of the shoulders. Inviting your breath to help guide you here, to help send oxygen down into the tissues and the muscles. Add 2 more. One more. Nice. Now take your hands, place them underneath your head, and just shimmy yourself a little bit lower, maybe about 1 to 2 inches lower down. The balls are still almost at the bottoms of the shoulder blades now. And now take your arms, and we're just gonna make some snow angels. So you're gonna keep the arms heavy on the ground the entire time, just like you're playing in the snow. We'll take the arms, you'll reach them up overhead, and then back down. Nice, creating that full range of motion. I don't know about for you, but for me, this is pretty intense today. Moving slowly, deep breaths. Adjusting and readjusting as needed. Really allowing the tissues to be broken up, any stagnant energy. Increasing the blood flow. One more. Good work. Now reaching the arms to the ceiling, and we're going to protract and retract the shoulders. So lift the fingertips up and then lower the blades back down onto the balls. Lift them back up and lower them back down. Good. Keep going like this. You can bring your breath into it as you inhale, lifting the shoulders up. Exhaling to lower. Getting deep into the blades. Sometimes when I close my eyes here, I can feel even more sensation. I can definitely tell when I don't do this on a regular basis. Good. Now give yourself a hug. And gently just kind of rock side to side. Oh, I just felt a couple little pops there. Nice. Good. And then you can release your hug. We're going to roll over onto our side. And we're going to take the balls with us. So we're going to place the balls underneath our armpit for a little lat release. So you can rest your head on your arm. You can kind of bring the legs stacked one on top of the other. Balls underneath the armpit. And this is already pretty intense. Good. Breathing here. Now start to flex the lat and then release the tension. Good. So squeezing the back muscles and then releasing. Good. You can use your breath here, exhaling to release the tension. You'll notice as you release, you're able to sink a little deeper into that ball. No one said it's easy. One more. And then just starting to roll gently forward and back. Yes, this is pretty intense for me today. You'll have to leave me a comment below and let me know which of these movements was most releasing, which felt most difficult today, because every day it might change. It's good to do these exercises a couple times a week to keep the upper back nice and supple. Great. Now, coming on up, flipping it over, and we'll do the other side. So laying down with the balls just underneath the armpit, a few inches below. Setting ourselves up for a position that we can kind of maintain. I'm just starting here, just by laying on the balls. And you may notice that one side is a little tighter. One side might have more space. Just breathing into that. Good. Now start to flex the lat and then release it. Flex it again. Exhale to release. Inhale, flex. Exhale, release. Nice. Of course, if you need to reposition a little bit, you can. Good. Contracting and releasing the muscles really helps us just to get a little deeper. Good. And then just starting to sway gently, side to side. This happens to be the more intense side for me, so don't mind me if I make funny faces. Sometimes laughing helps, sometimes real deep sighs help to release. And the more that you do these activations, the more bearable they get. The longer you wait in between, the more sensitive these areas can get, the tighter these muscles can become, the more knots might happen. So remembering to come back to this when you can. Until I have some knots on this side. Yeah. And then gently starting to come up. And just notice how your upper back is feeling after taking the time to release all that tension. Now, the beauty about these balls is you can focus on your upper back, you can do your neck. Quite frankly, you can do your entire body. So stay tuned on this channel for more tips and tricks with the yoga tune-up balls, and I'll see you again on the mat soon.